Well, I know that there's a fair amount of us in the cattle industry and the beef industry that love picking on the big packers. And some of it's warranted, some of it's not. I've got a story for you about one particular company that it is warranted. Juan Batista and Sons started out in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Supposedly a rags to riches story, which, as I come to find out, most of those stories are complete bullshit. So old Juan Batista, as the story goes, started off down there processing one steer a day, and then grew into this mega corporation and biggest beef producer on the planet and all this stuff. Well, when it comes to the United States, they acquired Smithfield back in 2007, I believe. Now, the 2008 Farm Bill stated that you cannot have packer-owned cattle in the feedlot. Well, this is not going to work too well for JBS because they had just acquired Smithfield, and with that, all of Five Rivers. Well, that was, at the time, 900,000 some odd head. Well, we can't just, get rid of the feed yard now because the government says that. So they created another company called J&F Holdings. J&F Holdings owned all the cattle in the feedlot. Or feedlots, I should say. When I was working for them, it was 10 yards across from Texas all the way to Idaho. High Plains feeders. So, as the story goes, continues on for a few more years. I think it was in 2013, 2014, I believe. I'm not entirely certain on the dates. But they got found out that the reason they had made all this money to acquire all the packing houses, Pilgrim's Pride, Smithfield, and Swift, and all this stuff, and became so big was because they were bribing politicians down in Brazil in order to get government-backed loans in Brazil. So then the DOJ comes around and finds them a whole bunch of money for this, for unethical business practices and whatnot. So JBS then sells off their least productive portion, which is the feed yards. Feed yards are always a break-even business operation. So they got rid of that. So remember, folks, there's no law that someone won't work around, and punishable by fine means legal for a price.